Good morning, fourth graders. It's Mrs. Nash. I'm here just to do a little tutorial video for you on how to complete that IXL skill that I assigned for today, graphing and ordering fractions on a number line. I actually have this handy little reflector piece, so in just a moment I'm going to put it over my camera and you're going to be able to see the paper that's in front of me, okay? So I have logged into IXL and I am looking at a problem right now and it says graph 3/5, 2/5, and 4/5 on a number line. So I'm going to write on my paper here, I'm going to write 3/5 and 2/5 and 4/5. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw my number line so I can show you how this works. Okay. My number line would look like this. I'm going to put 0 here and 1 here. Okay. And I would put 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 5. Okay. So when I'm figuring out my number line, this would be 1/5, this is 2/5, this is 3/5, 4/5, okay? So 3/5 on the number line, I'm gonna plot right here. So all you do is you use your cursor and you click or you just tap there if you're on your tablet or on your phone. 2/5 I'm gonna plot right here, and then 4/5 I'm going to plot right here. Now it's telling me put the fractions in order from least to greatest, okay? So if you remember, anything that's closer to 0 is going to be smaller or the least. And as we go further to the right on our number line, those fractions and those numbers, they actually get bigger, okay? So those numbers are greater, okay? So if I'm ordering these fractions from least to greatest, 2/5 would come first, then I would have 3/5, and then I would have 4/5. Now in IXL, you're going to actually just click and drag the numbers back and forth to put them in the correct order. Okay? So what happens though when I have denominators that are not the same? Okay, because that happens sometimes with some of these problems. So I'm going to show you how to do one of those as well. All right, this one says graph 1/5, 1/2, and 1/10 on the number line. So I'm going to put 1/5, and then I'm going to do 1/2, and then I'm going to do 1/10, okay, on this number line, okay? So, and they have the number line already drawn out for me. So I'm going to draw what I see on my screen here, okay? This is 0, this is 1. And then they actually have all the hashes already numbered for you, which I think is really, really nice and handy. So if I look here, I know I can plot 1/10 right away. That's easy peasy, no problem. Okay. Where the problem is going to be is where am I going to plot 1/5 and 1/2, okay? This is where some of our knowledge of equivalent fractions is going to come into play, okay? If I take a look at the fraction 1/2, okay, I know that 5/10 is the equivalent fraction to 1/2, so I am going to actually plot that point there, okay? And then if I look at the fraction 1/5, okay, 1/5 is actually equivalent to the fraction 2/10. So I'm going to go ahead and plot that line, that number there. It wouldn't be any different than if I were to draw my own number line directly below this, and I were to do the fifths again. Right, 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 1/5, 1/5. I didn't draw these exactly correct, but those kind of line up, okay? And it wouldn't be any different if I were to do a half number line either. This would be 1/2, right? So I just need to remember that 1/2 equals 5/10, and 1/5 equals 2/10, okay? Now the problem says at the bottom, put the fractions in order from greatest to least, okay? So if I take a look at these fractions right here that I just plotted on the number line, 5/10 is the greatest, okay? Which is actually 1/2, so I would do 1/2, okay? Is greater than 1/5 is greater than 1/10. All right, and hopefully that helped you out. The skill that I want you to practice is graph and order fractions on a number line, 7GK. If you have any further questions or need any more help, please reach out to me, okay? You guys, I'm here for you. I know that I'm more than happy to help you out, however. Have a great morning.